I'm in here, y'all. I'm in here. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Uh Like groovy up in here. Yeah, I like that Thiz face, bro. um, and of course, my man Kamoyo in the building. What's going on, y'all? This is going to be a tightly, tightly packed show tonight. Because I'm trying to cram 2 hours into 1 hour. And because my man is gonna be downtown. He's knuckling up, he's boxing, he's getting ready to box. So we gonna see if he still knows his lessons. Yeah. Yeah, he going up against like I think he's like my age, close to my age. He's about 4 years younger than me, but he's going up against a guy that's like 20 years younger than him. Plus the dude's a bouncer, but you know what I'm saying? We got hands over here. So you know what? I'll probably videotape it. I'll probably videotape the fight. And I'll probably put it on my page and be like, my man knocking this dude out. And if he ain't, it be him getting knocked out. Because if he get knocked out, you know how it is with your mans and them. Y'all had a fight or something like that. If he don't represent, if he don't drop them dogs like he supposed to, he gonna hear it from me. He knew he gonna hear it from me. So it's all good. It's all gravy, baby. But I mean, all of us at one time or another have been, boxers, fighters, that kind of thing. Ronnie J, what's up? What's in the building? What's in the building? What's good with you? What's good with you? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? What's good? Um, I'll wait for few more of y'all to get in here. Cause I have an announcement to make. I'll leave it right there for now. Let's see. What do I need to get in here for today's show? What up, Gray? What up? What up, y'all? Y'all coming in saying hi, hey, how you doing? Yep. I'm gonna let y'all do that. I'm gonna let y'all do that. And while y'all are doing that, I am gonna grab some stuff I need to grab. Let's see. Word? I thought I had that. Okay, well, we will go back and look again. Hmm, very strange. Very, very strange. Okay, so I will get this one. Okay, who else in the building? Y'all put up Keita and Gray. Okay, all right. All right. That looked like it'd be enough for y'all because I got to be done in an hour. Y'all get in when y'all fit in. Um, what's up, chat? First things first, I got my hat. Yeah, it is the same hat that they wore when they won the Super Bowl about a week ago. So, yeah. What y'all know about that? That's that funny. I just call that Wakandan writing because it looks weird. It's not. It's not any. Is that a? Okay, that's 58 or 50. What? Yeah, 58. 58. Wait. You know what? Oh, it reads 58. No matter how you. All right. Okay. I'm tracking now. 58 that way. 58 that way. Okay. All right. Too many working parts for me. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it on my shrine, where I got all my chief stuff. But before we do that, we got to put it on the dome piece one time. And if we go vacationing somewhere, we definitely got to take it to make people angry. I like the cut of that. I like the cut of that. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what's going on in it's the long lost Ashura. Holy smokes. What up? What up, Ashura? What up? Okay, good, good. You had in the building. Good. Okay. Oh, you had to get the stocking cap, huh? All right. Well, it ain't my I just was trying to because soon as time expired, I went to NFL shop. When I knew it was over. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, my man say, boo, spoken like a true hater. I love you anyway, fam. Thoughts on X-Men 97 since you're wearing the shirt? Honestly, sure, I think when people talk about it too much, people put too much shit out in the ether and oh, it's gonna do this and oh, it's gonna do that. You literally talk that stuff into existence now because we're so media keen, that we want to hear what's going on and we want to hear the latest this and we want to hear the latest that. So my thoughts about it, while I love and by the way, that's original art from the comics. Just so you get a good look at it. That tells you how much that X-Men television show stuck to the script, literally, because this shirt was made before the X-Men TV show. So like Theo like to say, I take care of my clothes. So what? Those are my thoughts, sir. I think people making a bigger deal out of it than they should. It's X-Men. It might be good. It might not be good. If it's not good, we still have the original. So, don't get your boobies in a bunch over nothing. I mean, it's a cartoon, and if Marvel honestly put more work into their animation, if they put a little more effort, if they put some of the money that they wasting on movies into animation, they might be able to give DC a run for their money on animated movies. So, yeah. Let's see. Planet of the Apes and Godzilla. Yeah. That Godzilla, I hope what happened. I hope they don't spoil the MonsterVerse the way they, did the MCU, because there was always room for improvement, and rather than improving, they went further in the other direction. So I'm hoping that the MonsterVerse doesn't do the same thing that the MCU did and err and go in the opposite direction with some dumb stuff. Ha ha ha. Ooh. Bow, 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 bow. What do you say? I was surprised Marvel animation wasn't canned by Disney since they did some good animated. Oh, okay. Who said, hey, whatever happened, Kong need to get his lick back? Well, I think that's what they got in store for him, because what I've read, the glove that Kong is wearing, that you see him wearing in those trailers, that it can conduct and discharge electricity. which we know from we may not know. I'll tell you. In the 1962 version of King Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla was weak to electricity. So Kong was able to kind of keep him at bay because Kong, for some reason, was able to store electricity in his body. So now I guess he's storing electricity in a glove. So yeah, that's what you're looking at right there for your boy Kong. But here's what I'm about to do right now is I want to get into some of the here discussions that we've been waiting to get into, the discussions that I put up on the page, so that we can get into it and talk about. First, let me tell you, I know, because y'all ain't gonna be specking this. Y'all ain't gonna be specking this. Y'all ain't gonna be specking it. I know you ain't gonna be specking it. Hang on a second. Let me get this up, chill. Obama. Take your time. Computer, speed of lightning, roar of thunder. Fighting all who rob or plunder. Underdog. Okie doke. And let's go get that. All right. Here where I'm at, y'all. You shocked they went which route with Kong? The big glove with electricity or electricity in general back in 62? Either way. Let's talk about this right here. That is the cover to Black Panther 10. So, supposedly the last issue of Black Panther. Now, where do we go from here? I guess is the 99-cent question. Where do we go from here? Are we just okay? Yeah, nice run, Eve. High five, and then Black Panther just goes off into the sunset until Blood Hunt, and then that's 3 issues starting in May, and then after that, oh, y'all still mad about Godzilla. But anyway, yeah, okay. But I mean, honestly, were there yeah, of course, because y'all look miffed. Yeah, there were people out there that was like King Kong should have beat up Godzilla? Hold up. We can table this discussion right here. Yeah, I got bars for that if that's what we get right. Yeah. Y'all are actually saying y'all are shocked that King Kong got beat in a fight by Godzilla. Stop it. Won't he be in? Yeah, he'll be in Avengers, but to me, that's like, okay, I'ma settle. He ain't gonna get his own book. The Ultimate book's over in like 4 or 5 issues, and then like say what? By July, we're Pantherless. Because what happens when T'Challa takes a hiatus from the Avengers? Or there's some kind of mission or something that requires him to leave the Avengers and go do what he need to do, because we know he done that like 500 million times throughout his existence in comics. So what's going to happen then? He just going to be We don't take this time to acknowledge the fact that they short shirting him. Oh, deadpan humor. Ba-doop-boom. Psst. Gotcha. The Bruce Lee foot in the chest was a bridge too far. Godzilla was habitually line stepping throughout the whole film. Kong had a weapon and everything. What's the problem, Gray? Kong had a weapon. If I'm in a fight with you and I'm handling you, me and you dolo, and I'm handling you, and you pull out an axe or you come to the fight with an axe, but I got a flamethrower, so I guess that's an even fight. Common sense would say don't fight a brother with a flamethrower who calls himself God. And you just calling yourself king. So yeah, I don't. There is no scenario I see where that could have went any other way. Because even when Godzilla wasn't breathing fire at him, he still had him backpedaling. So don't let your emotional attachment to King Kong make you not see the logic of that situation. They wasn't fighting in the ocean in Tokyo. They was not fighting in the ocean. And he was still on Kong's bumper. Stop it. Kong took 2 L's in that movie. So yeah, maybe he might need to get one lick back. Maybe. Far as Blood Hunt, Black Panther picks up after Blood Hunt. If Black Panther picks up after Blood Hunt, why can't the Blood Hunt issues be 11, 12, and 13? Why do they have to be a whole separate thing? Am I the only one that wondered that? Because if it's a whole separate thing, it's almost like you're saying, again, more broken issues. Okay, brief synopsis. If you want to collect all of the appearances of T'Challa before the Christopher Priest run, you have to go to a lot of foreign duns and comic books that are not Black Panther's comic book. Panther's Quest takes place in the pages of Marvel Comics Presents. And that was like an anthology comic book that ran through the 90s. 2 temporary 4-issue stories and various appearances in like Captain America's comic book, the Defenders, X-Men, that kind of a thing. Why do we not have one? That's why you got this Spider-Man 300, Black Panther 221 mess going on, because we keep breaking his run. Why is his run continually broken? Continually. I mean, we've been a little better since 2016 or so because, now we've had a cinematic appearance, so now we're kind of obligated to show him in some book. If you have been showing him in a book, period, you wouldn't have to do all of this let me fix it stuff. You see what I'm saying? And you are correct, Kamoyo. It limits him as far as, well, number one, it limits his legacy. How the heck is a character created or that came out in 2011 got more comic books than a character that came out in 1966? I tell you, it's a combination of things. Number one, Cap, first and foremost. Ultimate Spider-Man was Peter Parker's book. When Peter Parker died, Miles Morales took over. So those issues become Miles Morales' issues. If that's the case, do we count Black Panther, the most dangerous man alive, as a Black Panther book? Do we count Black Panther, the Man Without Fear, that David Liss run? Do we count that as a Black Panther book simply because Black Panther was the flagship character in that book? I know it's only like, I don't even think it's 15 issues, but the point, you're giving someone else's issues to another character and saying they're his issues. So the prospect of a Black man, an intelligent Black man who sits on a throne with power, is something who doesn't want to see? Who doesn't want to see that? You see what I'm saying? It's not making any sense. It is making sense, but the sense it's making, I don't think they want people to draw that conclusion on their own, because you basically saying, okay, I'm going with the more popular character. I'm going with the character who's going to get me more money. I'm going with the character that's going to net me a bag. I have no issue with that per se, but y'all can't talk and chew bubblegum at the same time. You can't pump up and prop up Miles Morales at the same time, simultaneously pumping up and propping up T'Challa. Don't Batman and Superman simultaneously get propped up over at DC? I mean, arguably Batman to a greater degree, but I know when I go into the LCS, I see more Batman and Superman related books than any other DC book. Can you imagine if T'Challa had 5 books a month? He'd be a top tier character, wouldn't he? And you can't tell me that it can't happen. Spider-Man went from being this scrawny little teenager in Amazing Fantasy to their flagship character. Now, what made Spider-Man popular? Hey, what's up, Chad? What's up? What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the feast. What made Spider-Man popular? He was relatable. Is T'Challa not relatable to a lot of us? And I don't mean from the aspect of being a king. I mean from the aspect of being something that we either strive to see ourselves as, or some of us actually are on a smaller scale. If you own a business in your community, a thriving business, a successful business, you got power in your community. You got respect in your community. And if you move as a likable person, how is that not being exactly what T'Challa is, or was, or one day shall be again to Wakanda? He said he may not be the king, but he'll always be their protector. What's wrong with propping that up? And then, like y'all know, if y'all watch my channel, the other thing, Rogues Gallery. Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Mysterio, Rhino, Vulture, Craven the Hunter, Sandman, Lizard. Look how fast I ripped off 8. And he's got a lot more. See what I'm saying? Not to mention those one and dones or those two and dones, your Will o' the Wisps, your Rocket Racers, your Stegron, the dinosaur man, the kangaroo, the gibbon, Ramrod. Pause. What kind of game is being played? When we see that T'Challa's book is doing well, was Christopher Priest's run canceled because it wasn't doing well? Or was it canceled because What was that? What was that? What was that? Nah, no dead air. No dead air. Live air. We're back. Live air. We're alive. We're live. See me. I'm here. And we're back. If there's no rogues gallery, like I was saying, if there's no rogues gallery, there's no engaging characters to put in front of T'Challa. Look at how everybody is responding to Besa. Not they ain't responding to Besa like, wow, a new character. I've heard nothing positive about Besa. That is for one reason. I'll take that back. Two reasons. That's for two reasons and two reasons only. Number one, because everybody thought they was getting ready to shoehorn Besa into a situation where her and T'Challa would be a thing. And because Besa is trans. That's it. Nobody said anything about, oh, her power set is whack, or I don't like her costume, or what everything. You know what I'm saying? It all has something to do that's centered around those two things. Not, oh, a new character that we can put into T'Challa's mythos and build and develop. So part of it might be us too. And I say us because I got videos showing what my opinion was about it. I mean, there was like a wee bit of Batman Catwoman-ish appearance, but the dialogue and the interaction between Besa and T'Challa was not Batman and Catwoman-ish. But because we call T'Challa a knockoff of Batman sometimes, we automatically assume blah 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 blah. Further grounds that's going to make the character take a nosedive. Okay. What are y'all talking about? You thought it was you? Nah, Groovy, it wasn't you, dog. We back. That was YouTube saying we will not tolerate Miles slander. He and anybody else black not named T'Challa are our number one black people at Marvel. Scathing, but true. So it seems, or it would seem, but you know. Do you think it's systematic? Or I'll be honest with y'all. I have been having internet issues anyway. And then last night we had like a super duper ultra mega windstorm, and the windstorm just threw everything out of whack. It's traffic lights out in some places in town. I mean, it's just terrible right now. This is like the zombie apocalypse in Anchorage, man. You know, they struggling to get power back up and things like that. So that's that. It ain't nothing else but that, you know. So if it happens again, don't trip, y'all. I mean, you can stay or you can not stay. I come back. I will come back. If I go out again, I promise I will come back. Eventually, I will come back. Anyway, you don't think Besa makes it out of this story? Interesting. The algorithm messing with the channel. I don't know. Maybe they systematically trying to eliminate pro T'Challa social media providers. T'Challa only got eyes for Aurora. At least you don't have vampires. because I deal with vampires in a different way. You know what I'm saying? I am ultraviolet light. Okay. Anywho, you. So I guess the solution is what? I got one. There's that one. There's that one right there. Marvel's on the main line. Tell them what you want. 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 I get it. They may not respond. Man, do y'all know how many times I had to write to Marvel before they finally published that one that y'all saw? It's kind of like that Amway thing. If you want 10 people in the room when you talking, you're gonna have to talk to at least 50 and tell them to come. I learned that when I'm doing when I'm doing pub for my improv show. I go to places where it's a bunch of people and holler at them all at the same time. So maybe like 5, 6 of them in that place might show up, and I go to another place. 5, 6 people might show up. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. And if everybody else in the group is doing that too, then we got a pack house. You know what I'm saying? It's a team effort. 30 days and 30 nights. Well, I get it. Everybody's got jokes. Being vocal, send your feedback. We address Cebulski or Ewing. Both. I mean, Eve can't do too much if somebody is canceling her run on a book, but you can at least let her know, hey, tell them that we've been talking to you, and they can see the letters of us talking to you, and we want you there. If I'm doing a good job for my customers, and my customers are telling my superiors that I'm doing a good job, why would you want to let me go? It makes no sense, Smalls. Oh, everybody got 30 days a night. What's going on, gang? Theo. Third time's a charm, baby. Third time's a charm. Well, Theo B's in the building. You know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to go on ahead. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do right here. This is what I'm going to do. Boom. 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 Yep, I will pull that up. All right, y'all. I'm a finish. But first, since there's okay, that's enough for y'all to spread it. Okay. As you know, my man Theo B and I, we doing a little thing on Fridays called Friday Vibing with D-Real and Theo B. Well, y'all already seem to be responding well to that show. Thank you for that. Boom. Tomorrow. What I say? What I say to y'all? Huh? What I say to y'all? Didn't I say I will make some things happen? Now, I just pulled that I pulled that thumbnail up just, to let y'all know. Spread the word. Tomorrow night, Friday Vibing with Theo B is going to have a third. The one, the only, Greg Burnham. Y'all ready for that? Y'all ready for that? Y'all ready for that? This will be my third, I think either third or fourth time interacting with Greg. Always great interviews, always fun interviews, always funny interviews. It just hanging out with Greg in general is hella cool because he's a hella cool cat. I think the last time I talked to him, we was talking about the Montgomery, Alabama hat party or whatever we calling that. But yeah, he has some real provocative, innovative insights on the matter. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Okay, I see a little bit of fire. Gray's fired up. Kamoyo's hyped. Ronnie's clapping and fired up. Okay, so okay, some of y'all heard it and was listening. All right. Well, Mr. Martin, you missed. Okay, for you because I like you, Paul. This guy right here is going to be on Friday Vibing tomorrow. So if you miss Friday Vibing, you're gonna be mad as a hen with no food. So yeah, let's little bit, real quick. Greg is the writer of that comic book. And of course, we all know Greg is the writer of that comic book. And if you tune in to Be Real with D-Real and watch the videos on a regular basis, you know Greg Burnham also has a story in this book. Right there. It is a Mr. Terrific story with a mayor of Atlanta who looks like LeBron James. So, yeah. Did you also know that Greg Burnham and his artist Marcus Williams were featured on CNN 2 years ago, advertising and talking about Tuskegee Airs? Did you know that Greg Burnham and his artist, his homie Marcus Williams, well, not Marcus, I think Marcus, well, we'll find out tomorrow, but he has a children's book. Greg Burnham has a children's book called Swim, Kelly Swim. Now we're going to talk about that and a few other things, and then we're going to get into the Friday vibe and do what we do on Friday because trust me, Greg live in Atlanta. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, we are going to ask him some insightful stuff, and he's gonna give us some insightful answers, and we just gonna kick back and we're gonna do our thing. So it's gonna be a whole vibe. So y'all make sure. I hope the Wi-Fi. I got my Wi-Fi dude coming over tomorrow afternoon before this, so we shouldn't have no issues. And if we do, me and somebody boxing. So so we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Do we have to dress up tomorrow? I don't know. Do do you normally dress up for Friday, Vibin? Where would you normally wear, Paul? You ain't gotta, and it ain't like Greg gonna be able to see it. So I know. Yeah, sure. Dress up. Put on your church clothes, bro. I don't care. So yeah, I hope that everybody here, I hope to see tomorrow, as well as some other people. I put it out there because I talked to him today and I asked him, is it cool if I advertise and let everybody know you gonna be? So when they pull up, you know they pulling up for our favorite guest, our favorite independent writer, the one, the only Greg Burnham. So y'all gonna be hot as fish grease if y'all missed out. Speaking of missing things, did y'all know there is a new Steel action figure coming out? Y'all know that? I already ordered mine because I feel like ain't no collection of black superheroes complete unless you got that dude in it. That's a nice looking figure. I'm getting it. They also have what they call the platinum edition, and it's all platinum colored, including the cape. The cape isn't red. The cape is the same kind of hue as the rest of his armor. So that's going to be coming out, I think, in April, either April or May. I think that particular steel will be out for purchase. That's still in the box. So yeah, you 22 points of articulation. That's pretty good for a steel figure, I would say. So yeah, that's the latest. Was your first interaction with steel during Reign of the Superman like everybody else? If not, what was the first time, you know what I'm saying, that you was like, "Ooh, I like him. He's a pretty cool character. He's a black guy." Was your first, was it Reign of the Superman like everybody else, or was it the cartoon? Nah, Kamaya, you could be butt naked in the yard with a fanny pack on and some skates. That's what you always do, ain't it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where is the Shaq version? You know what? Low key, you could make a Shaq version of Steel. They do have a Shaq figure. I don't know what the neck part of it is like, but it would just kind of be an issue of getting that head to fit on the steel body. And there's been a steel before. They had like a 4-inch steel, and I want to say they had like a 5-inch steel and like a 6-inch steel. But this is the first 7-inch steel. Pause. Yes, yes, indeed. That still is nice. And when I get it, y'all will be the first to see it. Well, I'll be the first to see it, but y'all be the first to see it after me. The Shaq film. Awful. Terrible. Terribly awful. Awfully terrible. They put too much focus on his hammer being a gun instead of just having him hit stuff and fly and be like John Henry Irons, or John Henry Irons. John Henry Irons' name is Steel. His code name is Steel. Why wouldn't his? Never mind. I have that one shot um of a Steel by White. I think it's by Walt Simonson and Peter Bogdanov. And I think it was like a one shot. Not bad. And it had Steel, like, it was, matter of fact, I have a Steel one shot, and I have I don't know what it was. I want to say it was a Superman. It was like where they did all Elseworlds annuals, and they had an Elseworlds annual where Steel was in the slave era. Always fun to put black superheroes in the slave era. I think everybody's been in the slave era at one time or another. Steel has been in the slave era. Technically, T'Challa has been in the slave era with the Soul Strangler in the Jungle Action run. Night Thrasher was in the slave era during the Time and Time Again run where they teamed up with, I think it was X-Force that they teamed up with. That was a pretty good run. I love those old New Warriors days. My first time learning about Steel is, this is funny. It's from the Shakira. You guys. I'm sorry that is your first exposure to Steel. I am so sorry. Reign of the Supermen. Yep, me too. That's probably why he was better received. Art by Walt Simonson. They focused too much on making it. Should have waited until the special effects caught up to the times. Maybe. Yep. Paul Martin is a historian too. Y'all should know that. Paul Martin, he reads comic books. He has read quite a bit of comicdom, because sometimes he'll throw some stuff out there and I'll be like, oh yeah, that is true. That is very true, sir. I like that. Did I get out? Oh, question for y'all. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw this book right here. That is the cover of Night Thrasher #2. You saw Night Thrasher #1. If you read Night Thrasher #1, okay, boom, here's an exclusive. The villain that Night Thrasher faces in the first issue of his comic book is Rage. Okay, I know I'm spoiling my own video, but if you watch my video, you'd have got that reveal. But now you got reason to go back and look at my video all the way through and see what was going on in that book and why Rage, Elvin Holiday, aka the OG, worst name ever, feels the way that he feels. So I think Night Thrasher would make a great ongoing, but much like T'Challa, they are going to, cut him off too, like they love to do, because they don't want any kind of continuity to develop from these characters because they're okay. I'm feeling that. RESPCT. Got it. See, Paul Martin watches my reviews. If you want to be like Paul Martin, watch my stuff, partner. Rage. What rage? That's the OG. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I'm curious to see where that story's going to go. But you know what I'm happy about? Period. Ain't no cosmic stuff involved. Ain't no time travel stuff involved. Ain't no universal ramifications attached to the outcome of this story. And you know what? It's still readable. Bring back them Marvel Knights. Bring back them street level stories. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with street level stories. We need street level comics because we got street level characters. And rather than continually trying to elevate street level characters to a cosmic level or a super duper beyond peak human level, there's street level threats out there. There's street level threats that only street level characters are equipped to face or have the time to face because the folks like the Avengers and the X-Men and these other big teams are out saving the world. They ain't got time to save the block. Okay, so and I think me and Kamoyo had talked about this before. It's like there's nothing wrong with a street level character story. Muggs loving Daredevil, Mugs loving Spider-Man. Why can't we have street level? Are you talking about strength level, Paul? How strong Rage is? Um strong enough strong enough to beat the brakes off a Night Thrasher. How about that? Beat him like a child. Beat him, what they say on Five Hearts, beat him like he stole something. Yeah, yeah, Night Thrasher got that work, bruh. Boom. That right there. Ain't nothing wrong with being a street level character. I don't know why. And then we make these movies. Why y'all gotta and it seemed like with this born again thing, like they trying to get back to the street. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. Y'all ain't doing it fast enough for me. You know what I'm saying? To me, Shang-Chi should have been street level. To me, that would have been a much better movie if y'all had to just cut all of the cosmic ramifications out of it and made Shang-Chi what he is, like a street level, for the most part anyway, a street level character. You know? Why Marvel didn't use Night Thrasher for Daredevil since they revamped the whole season. You know why. Gave Thrasher an old-fashioned 1 and 2. But hey, he got the 1s and 2s. Yes, he did. He got the 1 and the 2 simultaneously. I'm like, man, you letting him get the brakes beat off of him like that in his own book? Put some respect on Dwayne's name, because they don't seem like they wanted to initially. Because yeah, Dwayne was out here looking like what they used to say back in the day. He had Dwayne out there looking like a piker. Got excited when they dropped the Zodiac member in Daredevil. Went nowhere. They could be street and cosmic. Eh, I feel like street should stay street. It's more entertaining that way. I mean, you can add like a little bit of mysticism here and there, and you can add like a touch or something, but don't make it just, oh, now you got to deal with aliens. Oh, you got to deal with scrolls. Oh, you got to deal with Kree. I like that season of Agents of Shield where they was like prisoners of the Kree, and they spent like a whole season trying to get out from under that situation. And I'm just like, that is not what Agents of Shield should be about. You know what I mean? It should be about maybe not street level, but espionage and that kind of a thing. And you got plenty of stuff to fool with. The man, Jim Steranko, gave you a whole universe of stuff to play with in Nick Fury, Agent of Shield back in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. Where did all of that material go? His brother, Jake, aka Scorpio. Yeah, exactly. All that. All that. Cloak and Dagger should be the ceiling of power for street level. I guess I could go with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't want them too powerful. Maybe like something like a building caving in should give them problems. An explosion should give them problems. You shouldn't need no exotic way to give them a hard time. Just the stuff that you can deal with in the streets should be more than formidable for a street level hero. Um, didn't Nefarious start off street level when he was just a regular mob boss? Um, I would liken him more to a mob boss slash mad scientist because his first appearance back in Avengers number 13, that was the issue that I think Wasp got shot in or something like that, and they was rushing her to a hospital. But they was in Count Nefarious Castle, and he had booby traps and stuff like that going on. So yeah, he was far from a super powerhouse, far from it. And even with the X-Men, he was still formidable. Gotta disagree, Gray. Luke Cage's adventures with the Defenders were cool. Okay, but with the Defenders, Paul, you gotta admit, after they got past that Headman pause storyline, it did tend to get a little more, because then you had, you was dealing with the Zodiac, Doctor Strange got turned into the Red Raja. You had, it got a little more deeper than the streets. And that's what I'm saying. The streets, the streets should be that street level heroes. There's nothing wrong with street level heroes. The Avengers books with terrestrial enemies are just agree. I mean, the Avengers take on enemies no one superhero can stand against. That don't mean they got to be from another planet. Count Nefaria, terrestrial hero, no one hero could stand against. The Masters of Evil. I mean, we could go, Korvac and the Collector. People like that are cosmic, but they got, super adaptoid, terrestrial threat. A lot of terrestrial threats that could be dealt with. And that's where, the MCU dropped the ball. Everything had to be cosmic, everything had to be otherworldly. You skipped over a whole echelon of the Avengers when you just went straight cosmic. Avengers have fought, the Squadron Sinister. They might be from another world, but still, everything that members of the squadron can do are within the realm of a terrestrial hero's power set. Yeah, I mean, they choose to do what they choose to do, man, and I think it's just sad that you can make superhero movies and not crack a comic book open once. Speaking of cracking things open once, looking at them, y'all remember the Battle Cats, right? Y'all remember the Battle Cats, right? Yeah, my man Panthro. He's a Battle Cat too. He got some buff shoulders. That's my man Panther. Another Battle Cat. Another Battle Cat. That's another Battle Cat. Ready to give him the biz. Ready to give him the biz. Y'all like that. You know you like that. Ironically, this character was based on Cringer. Go figure. And then, of course, we got my man Johnny. You could probably make a great battle beast out of this. Yeah, he's even got the scar and everything. Yeah, that would make a dope battle beast. But yeah, that's another battle cat. That's another battle cat. And then, of course, your girl, Lynx. Some people are using her for a Bast Hathor combination. That's a Fortnite character, by the way. For those that, if you want to pick that up, you want to collect that, you could make a real cool Shuri Black Panther out of that if you wanted to. And bringing up the rear, but not in the back. My man Wang, the Blade Master. That's some piece of work, ain't it? I like him. He's dope. He's doper than dope. I like that. I like that character. He's a beast, figuratively and literally. Yeah, and Wayne got mad accessories, man. Man, how come in the United States we don't have well, I'm lying. I do have figure, but it a impressive amount of accessories. Yes, basically, the Blade Master enjoys his wine and his pipe. Watch out now, big drunk tiger. Can't throw that dude. Do I have? Is there an Amanda Waller action figure? I didn't know there. I did not know there was one, my brother. Amanda Waller, word? I didn't know there was one. Let's see. I can't even spell Amanda. Amanda Waller action figure. It's the big round one from Justice League. Man, those things are expensive. Good googly moogly. No. Regrettably, sir, I do not need Amanda Waller in my collection that badly. Maybe if they come out with another figure and it don't cost so doggone much, sure. But for the size and what you get out of it, and I don't like the maquette that figure is based on. It's that Justice League shape, and I don't like those Justice League shaped characters. You know what I'm saying? With the great big barrel chest and then their legs look like they miss leg day all the time. Yeah. Get an Oprah figure. There's an Oprah Winfrey figure. Oh my gosh. I don't want no Oprah Winfrey figure, y'all. I don't want no Oprah Winfrey figure. I'm good. for real though. Yeah, man. What else did I hit? I hit everything I wanted to hit, man. Talked about Steel, talked about Night Thrasher, talked about Black Panther, told y'all. Okay, look here. Make sure y'all here for this. If you are not here for this and you watch the video, you're gonna be pissed. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be pissed if you miss this interview. Same bad time, same bad channel, y'all. Y'all tune in. But I guarantee you it's gonna be some fun, it's gonna be some laughs. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And Theo gonna do what he do, and we gonna make it do what it do together. Wrinkle in Time. That where you get an Oprah? Don't hold your breath waiting for that. Look here, y'all. I got to get ready to go to the fights because I have to be a supportive friend. I can't be a bad friend. So I'm gonna go and support my mans out there, win, lose, or draw. Y'all want to see more of your mans and them? Just tune in tomorrow evening. It's going down. That is it for this here Thursday Live, y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in and hanging out with a brother. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay strong. Don't get nothing on you. And until I come back, y'all be good. Be good to each other.